Hello traders, this is Forex Nelson. I'm back again today with another 18 trades. Today's date is January the 5th. It's a Friday, and on this day we've had high impact news from its non-farm payroll. It's the first Friday of each month. It's very high impact news and the market will move. Now I put in all the trades before 8:30 when the news came out. They were all put in, looks like before 7. And as you can see, you see the first 10 trades here. And then of course, as I scroll down, you will see more. Let's first check the calendar at Forex Factory. It's the one I use. 8:30 this morning, Friday, January the 5th. We had high impact news for the US dollar and for the Canadian dollar. As far as the Canadian dollar goes, it's a little bit mixed, red and green. And for the US, it's all green, means we're buying the US dollar. So remember, I took all these trades before 8:30 a.m. Here it is right here, non-farm employment change. Just click on this little folder. It's also called non-farm payroll or NFP. You can read all about it here and how the market is affected. Now I just scrolled all the way down to the bottom where this highlighted one, that's the 10th trade, and there are the other 8. I ended up with a certain amount of money, as you can clearly see. And of course, once you scroll back up, that's where we can start. Now as you can see, out of the 18 trades, I had only one loser. It's the one at the top here. At one point, it was a winner. Let's run a check on it. Let's see where I got in at on this trade. Now before I get into that, every morning at 6 o'clock, I get in front of the computer looking to trade the New York market and of course overlapping the London session. So on this first trade right here, oh yeah, and before I get into that also, is I'm looking at all the different instruments, see how the charts are setting up, and of course I'm looking at my daily trade plan. Now here's my daily trade plan. It's running in real time. Still lots of trading opportunities as it's only about 10 o'clock in the morning as I'm doing this video. Now, as my mentor told me many years ago, huge percentage of traders are failing because they don't even have any kind of a daily trade plan. So I highly recommend that you get a daily trade plan. Doesn't have to be this one, but after I went through many different ones, this one is the best one I found so far. If you have any questions, all you got to do is get in contact with me. Okay, first one, as you can see, was a loser. Let's see where I got in at first of all. Now I got in at this point. Non-farm payroll came out right here at 8:30 a.m. Now it did spike up, and if I was managing it a little bit better, it would have been a winner. But you try to do 10 or more trades at a time, and you'll see that it's very difficult, and it takes many years of practicing to get good at it. So got in at that cursor, and I close it out at this point with a minus 6 pips. And that's why you see a negative $70. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is the Euro CAD. It's on the far left side here. Let's see where I got in at. This one I wanted to be selling. The news came out right here. It just jumped around, but at least I closed it out a winner. Daily trade plan. There's plenty of things on the charts telling me it's going to go down. News came out, then it went up. Remember, the market is very random, and all you can do is trade as the market is moving. Looks like I locked in 7 pips and that paid out $52. Moving along to the next trade, which is the dollar CAD. Let's see where I got in at. Wanted to be buying it. This one did qualify for a great way to trade. And it did spike up until the market decided to do a complete reversal. Took the trade at this cursor. Got out here. Looks like with about 13 pips. And that paid out $97. Remember, you have to have trade management and money management in order if you want to succeed at trading. Moving on to the next trade, which is the NASDAQ. Let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Now in real time, everything was saying to sell. Arrows, super signal, scalper. So that's what I did. Got in at this cursor. Now I took the money and divided by 20 and it says it should be 5.4. Well, that's as close as I'm going to be able to show you. Remove the last 2 digits. It is 5.4, but let's just round it out to 5 ticks, and that paid out $108. Remember, trading is very difficult, and you will be needing a lot of education, which I can provide you with, and of course you will need some support, which I also will provide. Let's see now. Next trade, crude oil. Looking at the money, this should be 16 because it pays $10 for each tick. So I got in at this point. Close it out here, just being happy with 16, and there it is. And those 16 ticks paid out $160. Have to speed this up a bit because I don't want the video to be too long. Next video, the next trade, Euro New Zealand. Let's see where I got in at. First of all, I wanted to be buying it. Scalper, super signal. A lot of things saying it's going to go up, and that's exactly what it did. Got in at that cursor. High impact news kicked in, and I managed it. Closed it out here, locking in about 28 pips, and that paid out $179. Moving on to the next trade, which is the Euro Yen. Let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Wanted to be buying it. There's the arrow from the daily trade plan, super signal, the scalper. Well, very easy decision to make, so I bought it. The news kicked in and away it went. Like I was 95% sure it would go in that direction. Locking in about 28 pips, and that paid out $192. Remember, my easy scalper, or as a matter of fact, any of my systems will work great with any instrument that your broker will provide for you on the MT4 platform. Remember, works on MT4, nothing else. Moving along to next trade, which is pound CAD. Okay, checking out the pound CAD trade. Let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Wanted to be selling it. Here's the news. Did set up for a great way to trade, as I teach within the training videos. A lot of things saying to sell, so that's what I did. Sold it, locking in about 26 pips, and those pips paid out $194. Moving on to the next trade, which is the pound yen. Let's see where I got in first of all. Wanted to be buying it. There's the arrow from the daily trade plan, scalper, super signal. So took the trade prior to the high impact news, and I closed it out on this big blue candle, locking in about 28 pips, and that paid out $198. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is the Euro Aussie. It's on the left side here. Let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Wanted to be buying it. Scalper did qualify for a great way to trade. Super signal. Here was the high impact news for non-farm payroll. So I got in at this cursor and I closed it out. At this point, locking in looks like 35 pips, and that paid out $232. Okay, now we can keep scrolling down. Check out the balance of the trades. There we go. There's still 8 more to go. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is the pound Aussie. Let's drag and drop this up, see where we got in at. Everything looking good for buying, as I teach how to trade this way within the training videos. Got in at that cursor and I closed it out here, which I'm glad I did, as it decided to do a reversal. I locked in 35 pips and that paid out $239. Moving along to the next trade, the euro dollar. Now the euro dollar pays $10 for each pip. It's the same as the pound dollar because the USD is on the right hand side. So let's see now in real time. I wanted to be selling it because there's too many things saying to sell. So I knew it was going to give a push down, and then the market decided to do a reversal. So looking at the money, this should be 24. There it is right there, 24 pips, paying out $240. Moving on to the pound dollar. Another one, pays $10 for each pip, same as the euro dollar. They are many times they're correlated. One goes down or up, the other one will do the same thing. Not 100% of the time, but many times. What do they say? $10. So this should be 26. There it is right there, 26 pips, paying out $260. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is the Dow Jones. This one pays $5 for each tick. Another one I wanted to be selling. Looks like it's doing the same thing as the pound dollar and the euro dollar. Did drop down to here, and that's where I closed it out. At this point, let's see, I took the money divided by 5. Calculator says it should be 55. Hard to get it right on. Let's try one more time. Well, that's as close as I'm going to be able to get, but it's 55 ticks, paying out $275. Okay, moving on to the next trade, the DAX 30. Now this one pays $3.75 for each tick. Now I dropped this one down to the 5 minutes because it's very hard to get a reading on it. Took the money, divided by 3.75, and calculator says it should be 180, and I'm certainly glad I'm out. Couldn't get much more, and away it goes the other way. So took the trade at that cursor and I closed it out at this point. And I'm not even going to be able to show the 180, but it is 180. And that ended up paying out $675. Moving on to the next trade. Matter of fact, the last two, they paid $10 for each tick. So let's go and check out gold. We'll drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Another one I wanted to be selling it. Again, I'm glad I closed it out at this point because it just did a complete reversal. So looking at the money, this should be 97.7. So there it is right there. That's as close as I'm going to be able to get. Let's just call it 97 ticks, paying out $977. Okay, moving on to finally the last trade, which is Russell. This one pays $10 for each tick. Let's drag and drop this up. A lot of the movements today were correlated. A lot of the instruments. As you can see, another one going down and did a complete reversal. So I got in at this cursor. Now looking at the money, well, this should be, since it pays $10 for each tick, it should be 153. So let's go and look for that. There it is right there. 153 ticks paying out $1,530. So another great day of trading. Great way to end the week. I knew it was going to be well over 200 pips and ticks, especially with non-farm payroll. And I added up everything. Grand total today came out to be 797 pips and ticks, and that paid out $5,778. So if your system's not producing like my Easy Scalper, well, I recommend you get your hands on it, and don't forget to get the daily trade plan. Now, if you have any questions or if you want to buy anything, quite simple. All you got to do is look right below this video. You'll see in the description there will be a banner, the word more. All you got to do is click on it. It'll open up another window. It'll show you 4 different packages. I do charge $250 for each package. Now I do have a special offer. If you buy any 2 packages, I will give you one of the other 2 for free. Just to let you know, I have many other packages and special offers ranging all the way up to a 50% discount. So if you want to know more, well, just get in contact with me. You can either pick up the phone and call me, you can email me, or I do prefer Skype. I made a link, super easy. All you got to do is click on it. We'll have Skype connection, and at that point I can answer your questions. So, looks like it's just about time to wrap up this video. And of course, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trading day and video, I want to wish you good luck with your trading. Have a great weekend. And remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.